Hi friends, welcome to VDH. So today we are going to learn about the section modulus of standard sections. So that is rectangular, triangular and circular. So for these sections we have to derive the equation for the section modulus. So first of all, what is the section modulus? Section modulus is indicated with the symbol Z. So Z is the symbol for the section modulus and it is equal to the ratio of moment of inertia to the Y maximum. So this is the formula for Z. So in a moment of inertia is depending upon the dimensions of the beam. And what is this Y maximum? So Y maximum is the distance of the outermost extreme fiber to the neutral axis. So this value is known as the Y maximum. Okay. So the distance of the outermost line, outermost fiber considered from the neutral axis, that is the Y maximum. So the ratio of I to Y maximum is known as the section modulus. This section modulus is directly indicating the strength of the section. Okay, if the Z value is more, then the strength of the section will be more. Okay, so that is why if you want to know what is the strength of this part, this B and D rectangular section, then it is better to calculate the Z value. Okay, so this Z value also plays a key role in selecting the type of the section, whether it is a circular, hollow circular, rectangular, hollow rectangular, triangular or some diamond shape. So if you want to know which section is giving more Z value, that is the strongest section. Okay, so this Z value is also used to select the type of the section for the given load. Okay, so first of all let's consider this rectangular sections. So here we have a rectangular section of width B and overall depth D. So these are the dimensions of a rectangular section. So in your engineering mechanics subject you may learn the moment of inertia concept. So for the rectangular section, moment of inertia is equal to BD cube by 12, right? So this is the formula for the moment of inertia. And what is this Y maximum? So Y maximum is the distance of the outermost fiber. This is the outermost fiber. So from there to the CG. So that is the Y maximum value. So what is this? From the CG to the outermost point, overall depth is D. So for a rectangular section, the CG will lies at the center. So that is why this distance is equal to D by 2. If D is the total depth, the centroid will be at half of the distance, that is D by 2. Okay, and from here also you can take B by 2. Okay, so but we should not consider this D by 2. Why? Because we are considering Y max in the vertical direction. So that is why I also you have to consider D by 2 is the Y maximum distance. Okay, so Y maximum is equal to D by 2. So once you know the values of I and Y maximum, then it is very easy to calculate the Z value. So BD cube by 12 divided by D by 2, right? So 1D gets cancelled, it's BD square, and 2 gets cancelled, then it is BD square by 6, 212. So 2 6s are 12. So BD square by 6 or 1 by 6 BD square is the Z value. Okay, so here let W be the width of, B be the width of the section, D is the depth of the section. So Y max is equal to D by 2, I is equal to 1 by 12 BD cube. So I by Y will give you 1 by 6 BD square. So this is the formula for section modulus of a rectangular section. Okay, so coming to the next one, hollow rectangular section. So hollow section or rectangular section means this is the hollow portion, there is no material is there. So this is the only material. This all inclined lines are indicating that is a hollow part. So for this section, what is the Z value? Okay, so what is the Z value? For that we have to know what is the I value and what is the Y value. These two, Y maximum value, these two values are required, right? So what is the I value? So it is a hollow rectangular section, right? So first I am considering it as a hollow section, so of width B and depth D. Okay, so for this section what is the I value? The I value is equal to BD cube by 12 if it is a hollow section, but here the inner part is a hollow part. So this entire part is a hollow part, right? So this is B and this is D. As it is a hollow part, we have to deduct it, minus BD cube by 12, right? Capital B and capital D are the outer dimensions and small b and small d are the inner dimensions. So this is the formula to calculate the I value. And what is this Y maximum? Y maximum is the distance of the outermost fiber. So outermost fiber means this is the outermost fiber. Okay, so this is not the outermost fiber. So if you consider the distance, whichever is at a large distance, so that is the outermost fiber. Okay, so this is not a outermost fiber, or this is also a outermost fiber. So these two are the outermost fibers. So y maximum means from the CG to the outermost fiber. So this is the y maximum value. So okay, what is the d? D means from the bottom to the top. Okay, small d means the distance, the depth of the inner part. So here from center to outermost fiber means you have to consider capital D by 2. Okay, because capital D is the overall depth of the beam. So in that half distance, so there we will have a neutral axis CG. Okay, so if you know this value, then it is very easy to calculate the Z value. What is Z value? I by y. So from this equation I can take 1 by 12 as a common. So 1 by 12 common into BD cube minus BD cube. So divided by again d by 2, y maximum value. So if you simplify 2's 6s. So 1 by 6d into BD cube minus BD cube. Okay, so this is the Z value for a hollow rectangular section. The procedure is exactly same. Previously it is solid part, now it is this hollow part, this additional part is added. Okay, so nothing, no difference is there. So this is the Z value for a hollow rectangular section, 1 by 6 into BD cube minus BD cube by D. The next one is circular section. So this is the circular section. For this section, what is the Z value? So we know the I value, moment of inertia value for a circular section, which is pi d power 4 by 64. Okay, so this is the I value for a moment of inertia value for a circular section. And coming to the y maximum value. So what is y maximum value? From the CG to the outermost fiber. So if you consider, if it is a circular, all the outermost fibers are at the same distance because it is a circular distance. Okay, so all are having a distance of d by 2 diameter. So from that I am asking from center to the outermost fiber, that is nothing but the radius of the circular section. So what is the radius of the circular section? So r is equal to d by 2, diameter by 2. Okay, so this radius is indicating from the center to the outermost fiber. Okay, so here y maximum is equal to d by 2. So from now z is equal to I by y. So pi d power 4 by 64 divided by d by 2. So 1d will get cancelled, it will be pi d cube, 2 so 32. So its value will be pi d cube by 32. So this is the section modulus value for a circular section. So this is the formula you have to remember, pi d cube by 32. Okay, so this is for a circular section. So coming to the hollow circular section. Okay, this is also similar to hollow rectangular section. So first you consider this hollow circular part as a, first of all it is a solid part. For solid part, what is the I value? Pi d power 4 by 64. So in that this part is dilated, that means this part is hollowed. Okay, so this part is a hollowed part. Here we are considering it as a capital D, pi capital D power 4 by 64. So capital D means outer diameter of the circle. So this capital D, outer diameter, and small d indicating the inner diameter. Okay, so the inner diameter is small d. Okay, so this inner part is hollowed, that means removed. So now you have to put minus, what is the inner dilated part or hollow part? Pi d power 4 by 64. Initially it is a hollow member, initially it is a solid member. So in that we are deducting or we are removing this central part. So that part is pi d power 4 by 64. So if you take the common 1 by 64 into pi, you can also take the pi outside. So pi by 64 into d power 4 minus d power 4. This is the formula for the moment of inertia of a hollow circular section. And what is this y maximum value? So y maximum means, as per definition, from the center to the outermost fiber. Okay, so that is the y value. So what is this d? From outer fiber to outer fiber, that is the d value. So now I am asking from center to outer fiber, again it is the radius. So radius r is equal to capital D by 2. Okay, so y maximum, here it is the radius, it is equal to radius, which is capital D by 2. Okay, so now it is very easy to calculate the z value. You just substitute z is equal to pi by 64 into d power 4 minus d power 4 divided by d by 2, right? So 2's 32's. So remaining will be same, pi by 32d into d power 4 minus d power 4. So this is the z value for a hollow circular section. Okay, so pi by 32d into d power 4 minus d power 4, it is a bracket. Okay, so this is the z value. So similarly, let us consider a triangular section. So for this triangular section, what is the I value, what is the z value? So here this I. For all the remaining types, we are considering I value with respect to centroid. So here also, previously we discussed some formulas, bd cube by 12 and pi d power 4 by 64. Those are the moment of inertia with respect to centroid. Okay, so with respect to centroid, the moment of inertia of a triangular part is bh cube by 36. Okay, if you consider the moment of inertia at the center, then I is equal to bh cube by 12. Okay, so anywhere for any section we will have two reinforcer, two I values. That means number of I values with respect to reference line. So we have to consider the moment of inertia at the CG level, that means neutral axis level. So at the neutral axis, I value is equal to bh cube by 36. Okay, and what is this y maximum? Y maximum means from the CG to the outermost fiber. If you consider, where is we have this neutral axis? Neutral axis is coinciding with the centroid. Okay, so here for the triangular section, what is the distance of CG from the base? So it is h by 3. What is the distance of CG from the apex? So it is 2h by 3. So here we have two y values. The distance of CG from up to bottom is h by 3. The distance of CG up to the top is 2h by 3. So which y value we have to consider? So in the name itself it is y maximum. So whichever is maximum, that value we have to consider. So it is 2h by 3. Okay, so this is the y maximum value that you have to consider. So now let's substitute this I and y in a z equation. So z is equal to bh cube by 36 divided by 2h by 3. So ones 12s. Okay, so 1h will be gone. bh square by 12 into 2, 24. So bh square by 24 will be your section modulus for the triangular section. Okay, so this is how we have to derive the z value for various items. If you want to know the z value, you have to know the I value and y value. I value is with corresponding to neutral axis, that means centroid, and y maximum is from centroid to the outermost fiber. So once you know these two values, then you can calculate the z value. Okay, and last one point is, what is the units for this z? So what are the units? Whether it is mm, mm square, mm cube, mm power 4. So if you observe in your SM1, this z is having some unique units. So what is the formula for z? Z is equal to I by y, right? So what is the units for the I? What is the I formula? So I is equal to bd cube by 12, right? So 12 is a constant, it will have no units. So let's see this bd cube by bd cube. B means width of the beam, which is measured in mm, into depth. So the depth is measured in mm. So depth cube means mm cube. So the units for the moment of inertia is mm power 4. Okay, so here the units are mm power 4 divided by y. Y means the distance from CG to the outer fiber. So which is again measured in mm, centimeter or meter. Okay, so mm power 4 by mm. So which will be 1 mm will get cancelled. It will be mm cube. So the units for the z will be mm cube. Okay, so this is all regarding the section modulus of these standard sections. So okay, if you are interested, you can also calculate the z value for this rhombus section also. Okay, or for the inverted triangular section, or for many number of sections we can calculate the z value, but these are the standard section. Okay, so with this I am stopping today's lecture. We will continue the session in our next class. Thank you.